Hey guys, I'm Kavan, and on today's episode of PhotoForge, we're going to be doing 4 different photos, all living in a kind of surrealism world, but each one's gonna have a substantially different color palette. Some of the photos we're going to be doing today is a girl floating in the clouds. Another one will be involving roses and levitation, and then we'll also be busting out some paint. So without further ado, let's head out there and start shooting. For our first shot, I laid a white blanket on the ground and had our model Cloe lay on top of it. I used a ladder to get a high perspective shot. The rest of the photo was completed in post. For our second shot, I used some rose petals and had Cloe lay on a chair to create a levitation look. After you get your shot of your model, make sure to get an additional shot with nothing in it. This will be your base shot. Our third image was created using a non-toxic acrylic paint. In post, I used a crack PNG image to create the gashes in the body. The crack image will be available for download in the description. To begin editing, we are first going to duplicate our base layer and add an unsharp mask to the image to create more clarity. Following that, we will duplicate the layer again and add a blur to the top image. Erase the blur from the subject, leaving only the background out of focus with the blur. Next, we'll do some minor touch-ups using the spot healing brush. To do this, create a new blank layer, then select the spot healing brush and begin clicking where you want to touch up. If you want to see this tool more in depth, be sure to check out my video, How to Remove Tattoos. It's the same tool used for touch-ups. Once we finish that, we move on to coloring. First, start with a black and white layer, lowering the opacity below 14%. After that, we use the selective color layer, focusing on the blacks, neutrals, and whites. This is to create the proper lighting for our image. We will then use several more selective color layers to create the overall look. After a few more touch-ups, we're done. Well, that does it for this week's episode of PhotoForge. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more videos like this. And a huge thanks to our guest model, Cloe. You can follow her here on Instagram. Be sure to follow her as she does some amazing work. And lastly, a massive thanks to our show sponsor, BayPhoto Lab. BayPhoto Lab is the best in photo prints. And the coolest part, if you sign up with BayPhoto Lab using me as your referral, you'll get 25% off your first order. To do this, you just have to click the link in the description below. With that said, I'll see you guys next time.